From blistering speed runs to a 3-month round-the-world duel. From a 2-year winning streak to an Omani pioneer in sailing. It has been a momentous year in the sport. This month on Mainsail, we're in Oman at the ISAF Rolex World Sailor of the Year Awards. The nominees are just behind me. We're here to celebrate a year in sailing. A year where this sport has seen its profile go sky high. Every year, the sailing world's governing body, the International Sailing Federation, crowns its male and female sailors at the ISAF Rolex World Sailor of the Year Awards. And this year, it is a story of diversity. Nominees are Olympians and world champions, record breakers from single-handed ocean racing to the outright world sailing speed record holder. There are pioneers breaking into sport for the very first time, and new boundaries explored with the latest technology. That diversity is captured in just 9 nominees, 5 male and 4 female. And the World Sailor of the Year nominees are here in Oman, a country that in recent years has taken sailing to its heart and quickly become a global player in the sport. Since 2008, Oman Sail has excelled in sailing across the spectrum, from the Extreme Sailing Series to offshore racing. And in 2011, a new sailing initiative was started to encourage women to get involved. It was an unprecedented project for the country. Just 2 years on, and a woman who had never been in the sea before, let alone sailed, has made it onto this year's shortlist.
هذا is too small هنا. هذا شو فايدته؟ No, they like to drink their bottle, huh?
Yeah, it's a good sign.
Yeah.
Raya Al-Habsi is an inspirational figure here in Oman. Nominated for promoting sailing in our country and competing in Sail Arabia the Tour, she also wrote her name in the history books when she became the first Arab woman to compete in the challenging offshore Rolex Fastnet race.
Push! Push الرادر شوية. سوي رادر سيدة. Okay, good job.
Spending time with Raya, it was clear that it was an honor for both her and her nation.
This is the first time, like in Arab country, one of the sailors, not even a male sailor, it's a female sailor. So this gives the good motivation for the next generation to involve in such a sport.
When people talk about you, Raya, they use the word pioneer. Do you feel like you're a pioneer for Oman?
Maybe. Just to sail in 2 years and for me to reach this big achievement and to see the young ladies and when they ask about sailing, when they're happy to see you and they want to know about what you did, and then you feel like, okay, I'm doing something, you know. When they saw that I did it, then they put their mind that in the future they can do it as well.
To have completed a Fastnet is a milestone in any sailor's career. But in the ocean racing world, there's one race that is acknowledged as the toughest of them all. The Vendée Globe, a single-handed 24,000-mile non-stop sprint around the planet. One nominee who couldn't be at the awards completed his first Vendée earlier this year. I met him in France just before he set sail on his latest adventure, the transatlantic Transat Jacques Vabre. Francois Gabard was just 29 years old when he made the final walk to his boat at the start of the Vendée Globe. Ahead of him, 3 months alone, often in hostile and dangerous seas.
It's full of emotion. You have to say goodbye to all your friends, to all the people you love. But at the same time, it's a great day. In life of a man, I think it's something wonderful to live, and we are lucky to do it.
When I left, I was just like, okay, I'm going around the world, I'm just living my dream. I was not thinking about the ranking.
But the young Frenchman was about to be centre stage in an epic duel for the lead, thousands of miles offshore.
After maybe 1 month of race, we started to be very close with Armel, and we were just in the front. It was really, really like a match race.
Armel Leclerc was the favourite to win, but he soon found powerful competition from his younger rival.
it was so exciting because we were not thinking about the overall race, we were just thinking about our tiny race for the two of us.
On a fait un peu plus de 15 000 milles ou autour des 15 000 milles. Et avec Bob, on a un peu de mal à se séparer. C'est complètement hallucinant. Si on ramenait ça à une autre compétition sportive, les écarts, c'est...
After 78 days at sea and many of those inside of each other, it was Gabar who emerged victorious. Just. He beat Leclerc by 3 hours, and by taking over 6 days off the record, wrote his own name into the history books.
Can you imagine what he's feeling? It's so emotional. Hundreds of thousands of people have waited here all day to welcome him home. The youngest and the fastest man to sail around the planet. He looks like a man that can't quite believe what he's just done.
You're alone on your boat for 3 months, then you're in the middle of a crowd with thousands of people. I was really with all this pressure on my shoulder, and when you arrive, it's in just 2 seconds, everything disappears. I will remember this all my life.
There is a sailor on the shortlist who fights his sailing contest much closer to shore.
Gotta do more than that!
Ian Williams has won the World Match Racing Championships 4 times, excelling in a branch of the sport that's all about confrontational, head-to-head sailing. What's been the secret to your success and your consistency?
You've really got to, stay on your game, and there's always another guy coming through to take you on. And I think I do have a skill at putting the team together, getting the right guys in, and making them work together. And I think that is really the leadership part. Is a big part of being a skipper on the Alpari World Match Racing Tour.
Teams and leaders, equipment and technology. What is compelling about this year's 9 nominees is that they're chosen from right across the spectrum of sailing, from record breakers to Olympians, pioneers to sailors who are embracing the latest trends.